Hey everyone, I'm just going to outline some of the techniques and process that I'm doing for this basic watercolor learning illustration. Right now I'm just laying down pencil sketches. As you can see, for the final product, the flower on the left failed and the flower on the right is much better, but I'll just go through how that came to be about. So at this point, I was researching some colors online and some shadows and light ratio. So now I'm going to take a large brush and lay down a layer of water. I was very careful not to land it on the petals, but as you can see, it's not always that simple. And I lack the patience to do it very detailedly and carefully because it's very dry where I live. As soon as I finish laying down a layer of water, the other parts of the page might dry up. I wasn't really sure what kind of color that I need for the background, but regardless, I just winged it. I put 3 flower petals on the background and I put them on while it's wet, so they look blurry. So there's sort of like the focus thing going on. I am not proficient at drawing branches, but I just winged it. Turns out I was inept at drawing flowers too. This color is called Quinacridone Rose by M. Graham. It's one of my favorite colors. This is the brightest and most fluorescent color by M. Graham in the red series. Yeah. And this is a very light layer of dioxazine purple mixed with quinacridone rose. Honestly, I had no idea what I'm doing. I should be doing this all at once or one flower petal at a time. Whatever. So I'm just laying some details, laying some shadows, drawing some lines, and I find out that I didn't draw it dark enough, so I added some more rose. And then I found out that the top of my petals were jagged because I didn't input the lines correctly. And as you can see, I always went back and correct my colors because I've constantly made some dumb mistakes. So right now the shadows are not really smooth and I need to fix them. I'm spending a lot of time fixing over details. I'm terrible at drawing details, actually. It's my least favorite part of watercolor. I love when I lay down water in a large space and I can drop down color however I like and let them run around. But unfortunately, flowers is one of those things in which I have to have patience. So what I just showed you just now was that Vertiger Blue by Holbein makes the softest shadows. So darkening the parts that needs darkening. And then we're here at the failed flower on the left. I was showing off my new colors that I just arrived today. So they are, this is by Daniel Smith, the Opera Pink and Pearline Violet and Dioxazine Purple. I should have done this one petal at a time. I was at fault. I was lazy. By that time, I had already painted for an hour, and I was tired, and I wanted to finish this quickly, so I painted them all at once. And of course, they all blur together. This is the worst thing that I can do. I did not put in the time and effort and draw details. This painting could have easily cost 2 hours of my life, but I had to condense it and take the short route, and it only took me an hour and a half. This is something that I regret, and I will always remember when I paint my next flower. So there you go. When I'm painting this flower, everything blurred together. There's no definition or 3D effect. It's not coming out the page at me. However, I wanted to be known that the color Opera Pink is really fluorescent. It's one of the brightest color that I have ever seen in my life. If we contrast it to M. Graham,